ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम्. Prasnopanishad is one of the 10 major Upanishads, like the other Upanishads we have studied. Isha Kena Kata Prashna, Mundaka Mandukya, Aitiriya Taittiriya, Chandogya Brihadaranya. These are the 10. Out of that, we have completed 6. Isha Kena Kata, Mundaka Mandukya, and Chandogya. So this is the 7th Upanishad which I am taking. All the other Upanishad, Isha is yet to be uploaded. All the other Upanishads are available in YouTube. You can get the shortened link in my profile in my DP here. And Isha is under the preparation. I will be uploading in a few days' time now. Prasnopanishad, as we know, is a continuation of Mundaka Upanishad, which we have studied earlier. In fact, both of them come under the same Atharva Veda. One comes in the Brahmana portion and one comes in the Veda portion. These are the two differences, but for all practical purposes, Mundaka Upanishad is in a metrical verse, whereas Prasnopanishad is in a prose order. So there is a comment saying that what has been taught in the Mundaka Upanishad has been commented upon in the Prasnopanishad. And Shanti Mantra for both are being the same. So before I go to the Shanti Mantra and explaining that, the Mundaka Upanishad, we all know that Yad Vidva Sarvamidam Vijnadam Bhavati. That one, knowing which everything becomes known, was the question and an answer which dealt with Tve Vidye Veditavye Paracha Paracha. That means the supreme most and the lesser one, Apara, what is not supreme. What Mundaka Upanishad dealt was Paravidya. Even though there has been references to Avaravidya, what is it? It was never dealt in detail in the Mundaka Upanishad. It was more to deal with the Paravidya. Yat Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. Eya Aksharam Adhigamyate. That is what it is. That by which even the undecayable Aksharam is crossed over. That means there cannot be a word with which it can be described. Ksharam means decay. Aksharam means decaying, undecaying. Aksharam adhigamyate means which that is cross beyond the decaying. Means it cannot be said decaying, undecaying. It is beyond both. That is what is Brahma or Brahman, what we call it as. That is how the Upanishad started in Mundaka Upanishad. Those who have not heard my Upanishad lecture, please visit the recordings in the YouTube and listen to that as early as possible so that Prasnopanishad makes sense to you. But for those who have listened to me, you will find that there is a continuity in both the Upanishad. Here the picture is shown that in the form of a story. There are 6 disciples who were all Brahmanishta, and in the sense Brahmanishta here, the word Brahma here is used to denote Veda. Brahma means Veda also. So Brahmanishta means Veda Nishta. Brahmacharya, who are following the Brahmacharya, mean Veda Majarti. So those who are, and for them to know Brahman, what is the nature of Brahman? Through karma, upasana, and the tattva. So there are 6 questions and 6 answers by the teacher Pippalada, whom they all approached. Now, two questions are coupled together, so they are called Prasna Dvayam, or couplets of questions. So first 2 forms one part, the third and fourth form the second part, and fifth and sixth is the last part. And if you look at these questions, first and 2 is more to do with karma and upasana, and third and fourth is more on upasana and the higher upasana, and fifth and sixth is about the nature of Brahman or the tattva or the nature of tattva. So the initial stages you will find that questions 1, 2 and 3 and 4 not discussing much of the philosophical part, but more on the ritual and the meditation aspect or the upasana as per the Vedic period, not the modern meditation. But fifth and sixth question deals with the principle of philosophy, with which we will be concluding these 6 questions. There are 67 words, mantras in this Upanishad, divided in the 6 questions. So we will start with the first, the Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karnebihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyema Akshibir Yajatraha Sthiraihi Angaihi Tushtuvam Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahidam Yadayuhu. So Om standing for Akshara Brahma, Om Idi Ekaksharam Brahma. Deva means, O gods, is a prayer to the gods for both the students as well as the teacher together chant the prayers, always before starting a study of the Upanishad. This is for not only the transmission and absorption of the teaching, but warding away all the hindrance that can happen in the form of, troubles. Adi Devikam, Adhyatmam, and Adi Bautikam. All the 3. That is, whatever may be natural, this is Adi Devikam. Adhyatmam is what is internal to me, like fever or, my unattentiveness, etc. And Adi Bautikam is the world which has been created. It can be from the climate, the temperature, or insects disturbing me from listening without, losing attention to the teacher. So these are the 3 impedances or disturbances that can happen. So which both the teacher and the students do not want that to happen. So they are praying to the gods. O gods, Karne Bhihi, with our ears, Bhadram Shrunuyama. May we hear. Bhadram means auspicious. So, O gods, may we hear the auspicious through our ears. Yajatraha Akshibihi Bhadram Pashyema. O worshipful ones, Devas again. Yajatraha is another name for the Devas or gods. Akshibihi, through our eyes or with our eyes. Bhadram Pashyema, may we see only what is auspicious. Devahitam yad ayuhu, allotted by Devas or the gods. Yad ayuhu, whatever may be our life. Let that life be Sthirai Angaihi, Be fitted with strong limbs. Stirai angaihi. Tanovihi, the body. This is the Tushtuvam Saha, whom we pray to the Devas. Vyashema, and let we live. May we live with these blessings from you, with the prayer bestowed on us by you. Swastina Indro Vruddashravaha, Swastina Pusha Vishwadevaha, Swastinah Starsho Arishtanemihi, Swastino Brihaspatihi Dadatu. So, Vruddashravaha, the far famed. Vruddashravaha means here heard. Shrava means heard. Famed, or Vruddashrava means very, very far and wide reaching. Indraha is the one whom we are addressing as Vruddashrava. It means Indra is heard everywhere. Naha, to us, Swasti, welfare. Let Indra, who is far famed, bless us with welfare, dadatu, may grant. This dadatu is repeated everywhere. Pushaha, the great sustainers. Pusha means sustaining. Poshanat pushaha. One who sustains one is called the Pushana. Vishwadevaha is Vishwadevas. There are Vishwadevas who are all is giving nurture to us from the different angles. From the Ashtadikpalas onwards, everybody is Vishwadevas. So let them, each one of them, nourish us not only by giving us long life and our sense organs and limbs, but also by swasti, by what we call it as peace, dadatu. May we be blessed with that. Arishtanemihi tarjya, one of chariot unchecked with wheels, means your son. Naha, let the Arishtanemi son, swasti dadatu, let us be blessed with welfare. And Brihaspatihi, the Lord of speech. Brihaspati is the Guru of Devas. The Guru of Devas, let him bestow us with welfare and good speech. So this is the prayer of this invocation before starting the Upanishad. Om Namah Paramatmane Hari Om. This is how the first question is coming under the Upanishad. Sukeshaha cha Bharadwajaha Shaibhyascha Satyakamaha Sauryayani cha Gargye Kaushalya cha Ashwalayanaha Bhargava Vaidarbhi Kabandi Katyayanaha Ste Haite Brahmaparaha Brahmanishtaha Param Brahmana Anveshamanaha Yeshaha Vai Tatsarvam Vakshyati iti Teha Samitpaneyoho Bhagavandam Pippaladam Upasasanna. Now, as I said, there were 6 disciples. They are all Sukesha, Shaibhya, Satyakama, Sauryayani, Gargi, Ashwalayana, Kaushalya, Bhargava, Kabandi, like that. So you can see Bharadwaja, son of Bharadwaja is Sukesha. So Sukesha is the first in the list. Then Shaibhya, Shibi's son, Satyakama. So Satyakama is the second disciple who is son of Shibi. Gargiha, of the Gargi Gotra, Sauryayani. Gargi is the that Sauryayani is grandson of Surya. Surya is not the sun god here. Surya is the name of a rishi here. Sauryayani is he is the grandson of the Sairi. Ashwalayana is the son of Ashwalayana, who is known as Kaushalya. Vaidarbhi is Bhargava. Vidarbha from the place Vidarbha or Vaidarbhi is Bhargava. The name from born Bhrigu Gotra. He is also can be called Vaidarbhi. Is not only from Vidarbha, but he can be also called Bhrigu Gotra. Katyayana is son of Katya. He is whose grandfather is still alive. He is living. Is Kabandi is the name of that disciple. Now these are the 6 disciples: Sukesha, Satyakama, Gargya, Kaushalya, Bhargava, and Katyayana. Kabandi. Devoted. Te ha vai Brahmaparaha. They were devoted to Brahmapara. Brahmapara means Vedaparaha. They were devoted to Vedas and steadfast in Vedas, studying in Veda. Brahmanishtaha means steadfast in Veda. So they were totally dedicated to Vedas, not only following as dictated by the Vedas, but they doing everything as per the Vedic tradition. But they also have another quality here, Param Brahma Anveshamanaha. So here is the most important quality in them. Not only they were following Vedas, but they were also seeking, Anveshamanaha means they were seeking Param Brahma. They were interested in knowing what is Param Brahman or the Supreme Brahman or the truth, absolutely. Te Esha, Te Vai Tat Sarva Vakshati. So they went to this person, surely knowing that he knows that iti nischitya, knowing that this Guru Pipalada, whom we will be knowing that later, is the Guru whom all the 6 of them approach, knowing very well. Nischitya Samitpanayaha, with the Samitpani, sacrificial fuel and with the devotion, Bhagavandam Pipaladam Upasanna. Upasanna means approach. Bhagavandam is venerable or revered Pipaladam, the Guru Pipalada. They approach knowing that this is the person whom we should approach for knowing Param Brahma Anveshamana, to know the Param Brahma. They have Veda Paraha, they have been studying Veda, so they have gone through the study under many gurus for the Vedas, because they not only the Veda, Upavedas also they have studied, like Vyakarana, Jyotisha, Tarka, Nyaya, Mimamsa, all of them they have studied. So they have studied under many of them. But Param Brahma, about the Supreme Brahman, to know from that, they knew that they have to approach Pipalada. So they approach Pipalada with as per the system those days, for the sacrificial fuel, because every rishi who is a guru as well as a disciple, they have this Agnihotra which is being done, for which they need sacrificial fuel. So if the student that in a hermitage, the part of the duty of the students is to go and collect in from the forest the sacrificial firewood for these Agnihotras. So when they approach the Guru, they carry with them the sacrificial fuel and they ask the question about which they would like to know. So all that were devoted about Vedas and Brahman. Steadfast in Brahman means established. He was in, each one of them are well devoted to Saguna Brahman or the Hiranyagarbha. Now you will know that why Ishavasya Upanishad was important before this. Because all of them are devoted to Hiranyagarbha Upasana. And they have Saguna, that is a Saguna Brahman, Karya Brahman. So they all know about the Karya Brahman and they know about the Karya Brahma Upasana, but they do not know the Nirguna Brahman or Para Brahman. For knowing that, they have now approached Pipalada with the Samit Pani. Tamha sa Rishihi Uvacha Bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya samvatsaram samvatsyetha yada kamam prashnan pruchhata yadi vitnyasyamaha sarvam havai vakshyama iti. Now here is the beauty of the Guru. Guru is a person who, as soon as the student comes and asks the question, he doesn't give the answer. He would like to evaluate the student by observing the student and doing their seriousness in the study. So, tam hova. So to them, sa rishi ruvacha. This rishi, Pipalada rishi, uvacha means spoke. Bhuya eva tapasa. Bhuya means again. Eva tapasa. Brahmacharyena shraddhaya samvatsaram samvaithyada. With Shraddha, with the same Shraddha with which you have now come to me with the sacrificial fire and the question, you again do 1 year of tapasa and brahmacharya under me. After that, yada kamam prasnan pruchata. As you like, you can ask me the question. Yadi vitnyasyamaha. If I know the answer, sarvam haivo vakshyama. Whatever I know, sarvam means here whatever I know, havai vakshyama, I can teach you. Iti. This was the answer by Pipalada, which shows that there was no what you call ego in the teacher, that you study you do the brahmacharya and come and ask me, I will teach you everything. There is nothing which I don't know. Was no attitude of that type from the Pipalada. What he says is that, yadi vitnyasyamaha, if at all I know, then he also says, sarvam havai, whatever I know, that I will vakshyama, I will explain to you or I will teach you. This is the way in which Pipalada Maharshi also replied. So knowing very well that these people are well versed in the Vedas and they are doing brahmacharya, their questions are going to be fully engrossed with the Vedic knowledge. Therefore, it will be very serious questions. Is known to Pipalada. Therefore, Pipalada's answer was befitting one, saying that if I know your answers to your question, I will answer whatever I know, and whatever I do not know, I will tell you that I do not know. So there is still chance for you to approach some other guru and take the advice from that guru. I do not say that I know all the answers for all your questions going to be asked for me. But before I want to answer you, I need to study you. So please spend 1 year with the same devotion which you have now shown to me, with the tapas and brahmacharya, and your duty as Vaidikas or Veda followers doing your Veda rituals as you will normally do in your own ashrama or in your own Agnihotradi places. You can do that in my ashrama also. And after that, each one of you can start answer. Now, here comes the first question. The way in which the list of students were given in the first paragraph is the reversed, the way in which questions are being asked here. So Kabandi, who was the last in the list, is the first one to come and ask the question here. So Ada Kabandi Katyayanaha Upetya Prapracha Bhagavan Kuto hava ima praja prajayanta iti. Prajayante iti. Atha, afterwards, that means after having spent 1 year, tapasa brahmacharya shraddhaya, with all the devotion, tapasa and brahmacharya having completed 1 year, when the guru is ready and he said, now you can ask me the question, these students, now Kabandi, who is Katyayana, that is Katyayana's son, asked the son of Katyayana asked the first question. Having approached, Upetya means having approached the guru, Pipalada, Prapricha means he asked the question. Bhagavan, hey Bhagavan, dear sir, Imaha, he is showing his hand around the ashram, which includes not only the hut, the trees, the animals, the goats, the horses, the peacocks, the animals, and the other students in the ashram, everyone. Ima prajaha, all these creatures. Kutaha, from where? Havai, as they say, prajayante, they are born. Now the question asked by Kabandini is very, very basic one. Hey Guru or dear Master, I am seeing so many type of creations around me, including yourself, myself, my fellow students, your own students, animals, trees, plants, birds, everything, sun, moon, etc., etc. Everything I am seeing that these creations, prajaha means creatures, but it can also mean creations. From where do these creations come from? Because he has been doing Hiranyagarbha Upasana. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, we heard that, the starts from the Hiranyagarbha is the first creation. From the Karana Brahma, the Karana Brahma, Karya Brahma, Hiranyagarbha is the first creation. And from Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati and the creations have started is how we learned in Ishavasya Upanishad. So the question here is, he wants more clarification on that. That is why he asks this very question to Pipalada. Tasmai sahavovaja. Tasmai means to him, means to Kabandi. Sahovaja means Pipalada answered. Prajakamo vai prajapati. Sa tapaha tapyataha. Sa tapasa tattva. Sa mithunam utpadayate rayincha pranancheti etai me bahuda praja karishyataye iti. So it is tallying with what he studied in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Praja kamaha vai prajapati. So he is talking about Prajapati from the Creator. So here sometimes Prajapati the word is used to Hiranyagarbha also, because Hiranyagarbha is not physically seen as it is a Karya Brahma. So the Prajapati is the first creation who further created. So Saha means here Pipalada, Tasmai to Kabandi, Uvacha said, Saha, that Prajapati, his Prajakamaha son, means being desirous of creation or being desirous of many creatures. Tapaha means by penance or meditation. Atapyataha, he performed meditation or performed penance. Sa tapaha taptva, having performed the tapaha or meditation. Etai, these two. Here he is going to refer to two things. What is? One is Rayi and other is Prana. So the first creations are Rayi and Prana. So that is being referred here as Etau, means these two. Me, Praja, me means my, Praja, Bahuda, variously, Kirishyataha. will do produce iti. That is, the Prajapati creates Rayim Pranam cha, Utpadyetai, creates first, and then orders or empowers Rayim and Prana further progenation, further creation. That is, multiple creation will be done by Rayi and Prana. Now, Rayi is matter or food. Prana is the not vital air here. Here, Prana means the energy or the life in the life which we see and life which we do not see in the inanimate object. There is that is can be called as in the prana or the rai. These are the two in the form of matter and energy. This is the two creations what Prajapati did and empowered the rai and prana to do further creation for the benefit of, because he is desirous of many creations. So therefore he ordered Rai and Prana to do further creation. Adityo haiva prano Raireva Chandrama Rairva etat sarvam yan murtam cha amurtam cha tasmat murtireva Rai. Aditya, the sun, Havai, surely Prana. So here the matter and energy created first Aditya. Is the Prana created the Aditya or the sun. The sun is the Rei here. Chandrama is the matter which will now control the matter. Means other matters will be under the control of the moon. So Rei matter va etat what murtam in the form of gross, yetcha amurtam what is formless, subtle, etat sarvam cha vai rai matter, rai and murtim cha evam indeed, evam rai is again the marth. So here what happens is that both the sun and the moon are controlling the gross forms of murtam and amurtam formless ones. Sarvam vai, what is rai is the matter and sun is the energy controlled in the murtam and amurtam. In the formed ones or the formless ones, they are being controlled by the sun and the moon, which are the products out of the matter and the energy. Sun is the product of energy. Moon is the product of matter. So both the sun and the moon, further products of Rai and Prana, are the further products. And these are that is why sun is called Pushan or Poshanat Pushaha. We studied this in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Rai is the rays of sun which comes in the form of matter into the world. That is what comes out of the sun's energy is the heat. This heat is carried through the matter. So the ray which comes from the sun is the particles in the form of murtam. So the sun rays are particles or light particles which carries the heat or the prana or the energy in it. So that is why the matter. But once it reaches the planets, which is also product out of the sun from the sun of the products have come. So earth is a product out of sun, moon is a product of sun, and in the moon there is what you call matter, which controls the matter not only in the moon but also like water and other bodies inside the earth, and the other planets also have got their own moons. which controls the matter in those planets. So basically, those planets also get energy from the sun, but their moons, whichever there is moon, like planet Saturn has got many moons. Each one, the moon is the one which controls the matter in those planets. The sun is common for all the planets, which is the controller of energy. So this is how the creation has subsequently taken place. Now, from the sixth mantra is further how explanation as to how the creation is further being developed, which we will do it in the next class. So I stop it here, and we'll devote time for question answer session, but will be a very limited one unless you have more questions to this thing. But I would rather appreciate if you listen to the entire 13 mantras of the first question, so that your questions will get answered by that time. So I'm stopping here. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyema Akshaviryajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtu Vagum Sastanobihi Vyashema Devahidam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha Swastina Usha Vishwadevaha Swastina Starchyo Arishtanemi Swastino Brihaspadirdadayu Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you. Dhanyavada.